Jesus says not one stone will be left upon another.
It says in Matthew 24, verses 1 and 2, that when Jesus left the temple and went away, which figuratively represents the mind of one who rejects Christ and her heavenly order, her 12 disciples approached her to show her those temple buildings, in other words, the crowd that rejected her for saying that God the Father and she are one, as a husband and a wife. And Jesus answered them and said, "Do you see all these things? I tell you the truth, not one stone here will be left upon another that shall not be demolished." With this, she was not referring to the destruction of physical buildings, but rather to the stones they were gathering to stone her, that is, the blasphemous words that came out of their mouths against her, just as the foolish ones do today. But Jesus challenged them by asking which of her good deeds they were accusing her of, which ultimately made them doubt. And she withdrew and went away. The 12 disciples represent the 12 years that ChristLisbet has been dealing with her first fruits, so that they may bear good fruit in the time of her harvest, so that they may be her faithful witnesses to the world. But if Christ withdrew and went away, it means that after so much time, Christ could not eat from the fig tree because it bore no fruit, since everything under heaven has its time. That is why ChristLisbet heads out to save the sheep of the other fold, the foreigners, because it is time to save them. It says in Matthew 24:34, "I tell you the truth, this evil generation will not pass until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth shall pass," referring to the former heaven and earth that will not remain. "But my words will not pass, because when you accept my clean slate and new account, you will be given the new heavens and new land in your minds, and they will remain forever." This good land that God promises you will possess is the mind of ChristLisbet, from where heaven's honey and milk flow from the mouth of God's personified word. So do not take her for granted. Amen.